Crowder, speaking of Thanksgiving, which is the opening of championship meet at Gulfstream, I had to make a final call yesterday on whether we're having turkey, and stuffing and potatoes and vegetables and whatever. I just wanted to make sure that everyone in the Hochman family wanted to sign off on this. And because I was adamant last year, not doing this again. The whole house smells like turkey, and we have an apartment now, so it's it's not like we're at the Crowder mansion where there's rooms and rooms for it to dissipate.
It's a shack.
So we had to make a final call because I said to Lori, we were out at dinner last night, and I said, listen, if you want to cook, because she likes to cook, and my thought was we're going to order in. Like we've got to figure something out. And so I texted DJ, my son. I let him be the final arbiter. He's in Boston. Don't ask me why. I don't know why.
I know why.
He's in Boston. And so I said, listen, I'm not planning on. He doesn't know anyone in Boston. I don't know what he's doing in Boston.
He met somebody in Boston. He knows somebody.
If he was in Baltimore, I'd get nervous. If he was in Atlantic City, I'd get nervous with the wire. So I said, listen, my intention is no turkey, no stuffing, no potatoes. Do something, non-traditional. He said, I'm down with that. So I gave him his choice. I said, we can do steak, we can do ribs, we can do lasagna. What do you think he chose?
Steak.
Solana?
I think your son likes to do what I like to do, which is annoy you. I think he told you he wants turkey.
So that's funny. He does like to annoy me. You know how I can tell you that he likes to annoy me? Yesterday, when he was flying to Boston last night at like midnight, getting out of Dodge. But no, he's with friends.
I bet he is.
So I text him, hey, where are you? And he's like, I'm at the gate. And I'm like, so where are your seats? And he's like, here at the gate. And I go, well, no. Where are your seats on the plane? And his answer was, on the plane. So yes, he does like to annoy me. He's a Hochman. He is a Hochman. And then he texted me yesterday, and I didn't even I was following him I was following the flight tracker, so I knew because he was landing about 1:30 in the morning. And I didn't even tell him to text me when he got in, but he did. I thought it was so nice. So he texted 1:31 a.m., made it. And I said, cool, on the ground. And he said, yeah, plane is upside down. But other than that, all good. I said, I love this kid. I love this kid.
Why are you tracking his flight?
Because I got to know.
You got to know what?
I can't sleep until he's on the ground. I can't. How can I sleep?
Really?
How can I go to sleep? It's his first. Well, it's not his first flight because they went to the Bahamas over spring break. But that's like, hey, we're leaving Thursday night to Boston with some friends. Like, hey, he's still my little guy.
Hawk, that's a grown-ass man that can vote, make babies, and pay bills. You're stalking him.
Well, I'd like him to start with one of those, and it's the paying bills start.
Hey, DJ, turn off your location on your phone. You got a stalker.
No, I was doing flight tracker on Google. He can't turn off the Google flight tracker.
Leave that grown-ass man alone. He's enjoying life.
My iPhone doesn't work in the air. I had to use the Google flight tracker.
He's not hanging out with the boys and playing pinochle. It's a woman up there, Hawk. I'm sorry to break it to you.
They went to go see football or something.
But this transcends, Hawk and his son. You should let people know you're leaving on a flight, no matter your age, no matter who you are,
like
no matter your status.
When you leave, like, hey, we're like wheels up.
Yeah, wheels up. Like, hey, I'm going on a flight, and then you land. Like, hey, made it.
Right, that's common courtesy, certainly for your son, certainly for
your family, your relatives. You let people know, hey, I'm going on a flight.
And what's that going to do?
Well, he let me know. He let me know he was going on a flight. Like I knew he was going to Boston.
Yeah, but if they're, God knock on wood, all we got to knock on. If something goes wrong with that flight, you knowing that that crashed is going to help that flight not crash. Like it's a waste of time.
But I'm not going to sleep through it. What do you want me to wake up at 9 the next morning?
Huck, you're going to do this till you die? That's a grown ass man.
No, I'm going to do it while he's my young son. I mean, that's
not
part
young.
of being a father.
How old is DJ?
20.
He's 20. He's a grown man.
Can't even buy a beer.
He's a grown man that can travel by himself.
He's not. He's a student. And he did travel by himself, but I can know when he takes off and lands.
For what? To stalk him.
For what?
To stalk
him. I care about him.
You stalk him.
I'm stalking him when I know what his travel plans are?
Leave him alone. You want him to call you if he stops at the gas station too? He grabs the
soda? But I'd like him to let me know if he lands or if he takes off. I think Solana's right. That's like common courtesy. Even when you're 30 and 40 years old, that's common courtesy for your family.
Doesn't matter how old you are. Every time I'm sitting on the airplane before wheels up, I send a little selfie to my parents on the plane. Right. Then I land
because they pay your bills, and you have your dad's American Express. So you have to be nice to them. Solana,
they probably do the same thing because it's a caring family.
Absolutely.
Solana,
we have a group chat.
You're closer to retirement than you are to being a kid. You're not a child.
This whole thing about paying my bills. Hey, jackass! I live at the radio station. What do you think? They're paying me in Monopoly money? Enough with that. You know why I send it to them, Crowder? Because they're family. I love them.
Solana,
I want them to know that everything's okay.
Before you moved into your home, congratulations. Who was paying the bills for the last 10 years at your condo?
Me.
Lie.
If not,
lie.
you don't think I'd be at 11 every night with a table? How I was in college when my parents were paying bills?
The Scarface booth.
Man.
Instead, I'm producing radio shows at 10 o'clock at night.
So you're telling me right now that all these flights I'm on, because I left this week. I guess why I couldn't make it to Whiskey Stars and Cigars. I was in New York. I should text Pauline and Randy. I'm 40. They're in their 70s, and tell them I'm taking off and I'm landing.
Yeah. And to be quite honest, no joke, you should be texting your radio family as well, being Solana and Jimmy. I'm not even lying. I'm not even lying. You should be texting us. You should be texting us when you take off and land, so we know. So we're not worried.
100%.
Why are you worried? I'm a grown person.
I know, but it doesn't mean that things don't happen. I can worry about you, and I do worry about you.
Don't worry about me.
Well, I'm worried about you.
No, I'm putting it on there. I'm letting you know now. I don't want you to worry about me.
You can't tell me not to worry about you. In fact, that makes me worry more.
Y'all are crazy.
Anyway, the bottom line of the story is he chose steak. So we're having steak for Thanksgiving. This is the longest thing to get to that. Yes, we are not having turkey at the Hochman house. We're having steak.
You got to do it big with the steak, though, Hawk. Don't get no round sirloins. You got to go.
Oh, no, we're doing 3 petite fillets. We're throwing it down.
You eat meatballs. Lori, make 3 meatballs. Petite fillets.
I heard from a number of people during the commercial break, including the Ticket Wizard, who say they are now worried about you when you travel and would like you. Somebody texted in, Crowder. This is very similar to when you got COVID and were very sick and you didn't tell any of us.
No.
You remember?
Why would I tell y'all that I have COVID? I wasn't very sick. I worked through it all. I worked every day. I wasn't that
How could you not tell your friends that you have COVID and you're suffering?
I was fine. I was working. I was talking. I was living.
I think you missed a show or two.
Okay. I did the research because y'all are ridiculous on this, and this is crazy. I don't know if I'm jaded because I travel twice a week, right? In the United States of America, 18.3 million flights take off a year, right? You know the last commercial flight that crashed was in 2000.
It's not for a crash.
So what's it for? What are you so worried about them flying for?
Because it's just like, hey, I'm where I'm supposed to be. I've arrived at my destination.
And what was going to happen in the air? They were going to what? Get beat up on the plane?
It's just a
It
common
doesn't make
courtesy.
sense.
I'm at where I'm at.
So 15 years ago was the last commercial flight. That's 275 million plus flights have not gone down. You're more acceptable to being struck by lightning, eaten by an alligator, getting shot
You
in a
got
robbery,
this totally wrong.
getting
You got
kidnapped.
this totally wrong. You
getting
saw
a
the
car
movie
crash,
Taken, right? You saw the movie Taken. Why did
eaten by a
Liam
pack of-
Neeson's
It's the best-
Why
no,
did
no, no.
Liam Neeson's
Okay.
want his daughter to call when she got to Paris? To
You have a
tell
better
him that
chance.
she didn't
You have-
crash? Or
you have a
why?
better
Or
chance.
why? Why
And
did
she
she
called.
want? Why did he want her to call?
And she called him when she landed, and then she got kidnapped and put into sex trafficking. Hawk, you have a better chance of getting
She
sex
didn't
trafficked
call him.
than
She
crashing.
didn't call him.
You have a better chance of getting eaten by
Had
a
she
pack of
called
wolves.
him, he would have alerted
No, he
her
wouldn't.
to be careful of the sex trafficker who was taking her picture and then sharing a cab with her.
Eaten by a pack of wolves, mauled by a bear, killed in a riptide. Do you call your son every time he goes to the beach? Because he might have been sucked out in a riptide.
No, but I do
Caught on a-
appreciate if he lets me know, hey, I'm going to the beach, and I appreciate when he lets me know, hey, I'm home from the beach.
Caught on an elevator and decapitated. It happened last year in Boston.
That's a big
Crushed
fear of mine.
by a car, and while changing a car tire, it happened
Also
last year in the
fear of mine.
United States. Killed.
That's
You know
why
how
I don't
many people-
change tires, actually.
You know how dozens of people got killed by debris.
This has
at
nothing to do
construction
with getting
sites.
killed,
No,
though.
it does.
It has
Killed by
nothing
a
to do with it. You
stingray.
can't say that it does. It has nothing to do with it.
Okay, so I am in less. I'm in less turmoil by getting on the plane than I am of driving up the street. So do
Yeah,
I need to
but-
call y'all every time I go to the gas station?
Yeah, if you're going somewhere out of the ordinary, absolutely. I'd like to know that
Out
you've
of what?
arrived and you've made it.
You know, do you know a number of people? The most car accidents happen within a mile of your own
Why
home?
do you keep talking about accidents?
Because you're saying like you're in danger. You're not in danger flying on a
No,
plane.
it's a common courtesy.
It's not a common courtesy, my ass. It's silly that people think these planes. Y'all are fear mongers. Y'all are fear mongers.
Everyone text. Somebody says, somebody texts in, I'm 28, live alone, pay my bills in a different state, and I still text my mom and siblings when I fly.
Get the titty out your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Crowder,
Y'all are ridiculous.
Crowder,
You're ridiculous.
Asia goes on a flight with her friends. Let's just say Asia goes on a flight
Have
with
a good
her
one.
friends.
Have a good one. You're a grown woman.
I don't like how your eyes lit up when I started this sentence, but I'll continue. She goes to Europe. She travels to Paris with her friends.
Mm-hmm.
She lands. You don't hear from her for a week. You're cool with that?
A week?
Yeah, week.
A week's a long time.
Okay, so
But-
when
oh,
okay, so you
when
do
do
care.
you need to be
But
checked
this
in
whole
with?
this whole
you do
check-in,
care.
you just said, "Hey, tires up, tires down."
Yeah, common courtesy.
For what? For what's going to happen on this plane?
Nothing. Common courtesy. Don't you know common courtesy is common?
Common nothing. Y'all are fear mongers about planes. I traveled over I think 250,000 miles or something last year.
It has nothing to do with planes, though, because when he takes the train home from Tampa, I like to know when he gets on the train, and I like to know when he gets home from the train.
He needs to call you every time he gets in a motor vehicle because there is a better chance of him getting in trouble, getting hurt, getting anything driving down the street than there is of him getting hurt on a plane.
But I'm not worried about him getting hurt on a plane.
What are you worried about him? What are you worried about happening?
Like,
What are you worried about happening?
Him traveling to a different place.
Oh, he's a grown-up.
Yeah, but still, you travel to a different place. You're not familiar with the surroundings. I've seen this movie a million times.
And what? Liam Neeson's gonna come? You're flying to Boston if he doesn't call you?
You ever see Vacation with Chevy Chase?
Yes, I have.
What happened when they took a wrong turn, ended up in the back alleys of St. Louis? What happened?
All the black dudes ran out and started cussing.
That's right. He ended up with Honky spray painted on the family truckster. Honky was spray painted. Listen, he wasn't killed. He was in the wrong place. Didn't know where he was. Would have been nice if he checked in with Cousin Eddie.
And what's Cousin Eddie gonna do? And nothing happened.
Well, listen,
old-
things can
Good
happen.
old spray
And
paint
and
honky.
and when Liam Neeson's daughter finally checked in, he was able to, he's got a particular set of skills, but he was able to track her down and kill all the killers. Spoiler alert.
This is fear mongering about these flights.
There's no
Flights
fear
are gonna-
mongering. It has
They're
nothing to do
going to
with
take
flight.
off. They're going to take off, and I'm going to tell you what the end of the story is. They're going to land in their destination. That's what flights are going to. That's what flights have done. Commercial flights since 2009 was the last time a flight crashed in the United States.
This has
2009.
more to do with common courtesy, and the
Common
perfect
courtesy.
example. I appreciate the texter reminding us that you never let us know that you had COVID. It's
Yeah.
just a common courtesy. You let those around you know, hey,
Okay.
I'm battling an illness, and I appreciate
And-
the thoughts and prayers.
And what are y'all going to say? Get well soon, big
Yeah,
man.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers.
And that's gonna probably get the virus out of my system.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen,
get well soon.
that's what you do when you have a relationship with someone. That's
No,
what you do.
don't. You know
Well,
what I
you do.
do? I live life, you live life, and our lives cross every now and again.
When are you traveling next?
Sunday.
Okay, I want a text on our
No.
thread.
No.
Yes.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take off Sunday. Spoiler alert. I'm going to land. I'm going to work. And guess what? I'm going to take off again on a red
Well,
eye.
Do me
And
a
then
favor.
I'm going to fly through the night. It's going to be
when
dark
you,
outside.
when
and
you
I'm going
take
to
off
land in the
on
morning.
Sunday, please let me know. When you land Sunday, please let me know. And then when you take off on the red eye, please let me know. And when you land, please let me
For
know.
what?
Well, now I'm going to worry if I don't hear from you on Sunday.
After the show, I got a charity event to go to. I'll call you when I leave my house just in
Where
case
is
something
it?
happens. It's in Fort Lauderdale. It's like a 30-minute drive, so it's probably
Yes,
actually
then
more.
I would
more
appreciate
dangerous
if you
than a
text me when you
flight.
get there. I would appreciate if you text me when you get there.
Mm-hmm.
Is it out east in Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah, it's about out on the water.
Yeah, I mean, it's the weekend and things happen there. So, yes, no, I would appreciate that. And let me know when you're leaving.
This is silly. This is silly.
I can't blame you. I can't blame you for not telling us you had COVID, because every time I tell you guys about my ailments, it turns into a segment on the air. So, what's the deal here, Hoch?
Millions of
I mean,
people
you
have
had-
COVID.
You had jet
You're
lag.
the only, yeah, and you're the only person that gums break down. We've never heard your gums breaking down. Like, whose gums melt?
Well, your tooth falls out. So
Really shoots out. That's another reason we're worried about you. What if you're traveling somewhere and all your teeth fly out?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna land and go to a dentist because I'm a grown up that lives. Like,
what if I need to Uber Eats you some soup because all your teeth flew out of your mouth?
I don't buy this for
gonna...
a second, though, by the way, because there's no way Crowder's flying all over the country the way he does, and he's not checking in with Asia every single time.
Of course, he's lying. His whole segment's a lie.
It's not, and I do. Lana, I'll be honest, I do call her when I take off and land. I don't get the point of it, though.
I don't. After that entire diatribe,
I
you
don't
call her when you take off and land.
It's for her. I don't understand the point of it.
Entire diatribe.
I don't understand the point of it. It makes no
That
sense.
was a shocking ending. That one I did not see coming.
A pack of wolves.
Yeah. Want me to go through them again? Mauled by a bear, riptide, car crash.
Crowder was the only person keeping airphone in business. He was checking in every 20 minutes with his family.
Head crushed in an elevator. Falling debris.
Funny. All right, let's get the headlines because we really only have a very short period of time. I did want to talk some football. And everybody, text us on the text line wherever you're going and whenever you get there. Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Let's get headlines for the 5 o'clock Funky Buddha Happy Hour with Alejandro Solana. That was funny.